sometimes when we're on the outside of an industry looking in, we have one perspective of what it is. And I know that even when I started looking at massages, I had a resistance to it 15, 20 years ago because I'm like, I let somebody else touch my body. What? How could I do that? And now I go in for massages like every other week because of the health benefits of it. But it's so easy to stand on the outside and project until we inform and educate ourselves on what it is that the industry is providing. And so I would love if you would be willing. We're going to get to what you've built, this industry that you've created, or this organization that you've built now because of the industry into. But I would welcome it if you would be willing to share for individuals who still might be on that cusp, like I was even back then, because there's kind of a barrier to entry sometimes about what it even means to go to a spa. Oh, that's just for women. They go there to pamper themselves. But there's true health benefits to these things that sometimes we don't really stop to think about. So could you share some about that?
Massage, if we were talking on the massage aspect, which I think is sort of one of the services that provide the largest health benefit, it's very preventive for many specific, concrete, physical, things that are super helpful in terms of preventive health. For example, sports massage, which is one of the type of massages that, that are most popular. A lot of people think of sports massage as something that you get after you've done, I don't know, when people run half a marathon or a marathon, or, when someone has done a lot of exercise in some specific event. But really, sports massage, the best part of it is that it prevents, not lesions, like it prevents like fractures and, bone problems and things that can happen, because it incorporates a lot of elements that help you, how do I lose the English word sometimes, but
like ligament tears and things like that.
It's a very preventive tool, specifically for people who are doing sports, especially when you come up in age. It can really help you become a person that can do much more sports without the impact that it can have on your body. So I feel like there's a lot of preventive measures with massages that people not always think about in that sense. And it's an investment to keep healthier in the long run in your life, like a bone fracture or a hip fracture, or a lot of things that many times are, because your body's not really prepared to it, and massage can lead you to be prepared. So I think that can have a huge health impact on people. Then also, massage is something people don't think about that many times. It's one of the best antidepressants. If you go and get, if someone is depressed or has any emotional health issues, a lot of times if they go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, a lot of times one of the best, one of the first things, if they have, with or without medication, a lot of these professionals will recommend massage as one of the best things as a natural antidepressant. So I think, that's also an aspect that a lot of people don't think about. We've had several times, for example, where we've done massages, as a gift, basically in elder people homes for people that are lonely and depressed. And cases, like a few months ago, one lady from one of these homes called me and said, there is this, Maria, one of the women that haven't been out of bed for like 3 months because she lost her husband and she's been so sad. She got a massage, and that same afternoon she was downstairs with the other people, so it can really have such an impact. At the end, it's physical touch, so it definitely has that human, impact. A lot of people are very lonely, and that feeling of connection with someone, plus the physical benefit. Massage is actually a great tool for so many people, and then you have all different, like prenatal massage is one of the best things you can do, for women that are pregnant, that, for some parts of pregnancy, it can be physically very enduring, and that has an emotional impact somehow, where you feel, there's a lot of liquid retention, which makes women have a lot of pain in their legs. And you can do lymphatic drainage that helps them feel much better, which makes it a happier pregnancy, which makes a happier baby. It's sort of like it has a lot of impact. People don't really, when they hear massage, they feel it's, it's like you said, self-pampering sort of thing, but it has a lot of emotional and physical benefits. I could talk for hours about the benefits, but I think it's an industry that has much more depth to it. And then today, which is, something that I personally feel a bit sad about, because I'm the one that sometimes can end up like this. You're so connected to technology today. Our generation is so, connected. Sometimes we don't realize it, but we spend a lot of our waking hours with technology, with our phone or with a computer, or with, in front of, if you do, an hourly count, a lot of people have this issue today. And with massage, we've experienced a lot of clients where like, this hour or hour and a half of massage gives me time with myself awake, because if you think of it, I don't think you wouldn't be that person, but a lot of us sometimes don't spend enough time, just sitting, reflecting, thinking, meditating. A lot of us have a hard time spending that time, and massage sort of forces you to do it while you're awake. So I think that also is really positive. And, even if it's just an hour and a half, at least for me, it's been a little bit of eye-opening of saying, okay, this really feels good, spending time with my own head and thinking, and I should do it more. You sort of start thinking, feels good. I feel good afterwards. I should provoke to do this more on my own, without the massage, but, just sitting and thinking, we don't do that enough anymore. So
yes, what a great point. And I know from my own experience of them, like I suffer from migraines, or I don't as much anymore. But for those who do spend a lot of time on keyboards, like you get this syndrome, and massage can help like loosen that up so you get the blood flow back into your muscles, because we don't stop to think about the impact of what that muscle tension does to the blood flow that then contributes to disease and illness and injury. And so
injury, that was my word I was missing. Yeah, no, you're so right. And I think the posture, how you sit, we have this program where it's like corporate massage, and part of, I always tell people when we talk about the programs, like, we do the massage piece of it, but it's also a lot of educational part of it, because a lot of times, the therapist can feel, depending on your body structure, they can sort of diagnose what it is you're doing wrong with your posture, usually. And for me, for example, I was like an eye opener a few years ago when they were like, no, Helle, your neck posture, how your neck is shaped today, we can tell that you are watching your phone, in this position, and every angle that you do this, it's like X kilos that you carry your head, and that has an impact on the neck. And when that has an impact, you get headaches, So they were like teaching me how, if you're going to watch an iPhone or an iPad, how to always have your head supported, or sit straight, or lie down, or, never go forward. It has a huge impact on your health in general. So I think those are the types of things you sort of learn through a therapist, how to improve. So so we should all sit straight.